Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. So you've just seen the We Are Driven intro, still pushing Archie's Journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry's Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click those like buttons and get yourselves over to We Are Driven page as well. Find out what's happening there. Hold on, I just have to have a listen. Sounds like the neighbours are kicking off for some reason. Keep an eye on that as well. Might end up doing a live stream with the neighbours kicking off. We'll see. So once you've done all the clicking on the like buttons on Facebook, get yourselves over to www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and drop a donation on there if you can. Thank you very much. So tonight, round 5 of Archie's Journey Mazda Challenge. We are live tonight from Monza. 2 20-minute races. We've got a 10-minute qualifying first of all, followed by the 2 20-minute races. The second race is top 8 reverse grid. Is it top 8 or top 7? I forget. But yes, 2 races for you lot tonight. 20-minute Blasterunos. No scores for you guys either tonight. No updated scores anyway. Yeah, they've just not come. So that's that. Still got merch available, stickers and t-shirts. Hit me up, people, if you fancy any of that. All right, they are damn good quality. Big shout out to boys over at Infinity Decals sorting that out for me. Thank you. Right, let's get ourselves in. 14 drivers in the lobby, me included, so 13 drivers on track. Let's have a look, see who we've got. I've got Raul the German, GT Obi-Wan, V-Show 10, P1 Valiant, P1 Mocking Weeks, P1 Benny. And next German, Infinity Decals, not Infinity Decals, obviously P1 Benny. Reg GT, first of the Irish contingent, P1 Dylan, P1 Apache, Manny Afik for Ireland as well. It's not a team race, a country race or anything like that. I'm just reading them out. And now you've all moved around. I don't know who else I've missed. Don's in the house. Reg GT's in the house. Manny, we've seen. Stop it. Valium, we've not spoken about. There you go. Valium's in the house. Dizzy's in the house. There's another one. Dylan. Dylan leading the way, really. There's nobody's able to put a stop to this, man. Some people have tried, and they've come close. But it's not worked. So, is this quali? Quite possibly. Now leading us round then. A few drivers battling it out behind him. Just you are still on a qualifying laps, boys. You don't need to be battling it out just yet. Mocking Weeks getting those tyres worn in. Show with the Lego livery on tonight. I'm liking the look of that. Might be a little bit painful for some of your eyes. GT then got the tape across the headlamps. So out laps almost complete. get ourselves on board for a bit of a lap with Raoul. I forget what the chicanes are called. Full speed down here for Raoul. Chicanes in place. We have got a driver spinning around at the chicane actually. Hard on the brakes then into the first part. Runs himself a bit wide through there. Catches the curb on the way through, but he's going to put himself under a little bit of pressure on this opening qualifying lap. Through Curva Grande then. Towards the second chicane. Yeah, he's under a bit of pressure. He's going to get overtaken down here. There you go, just backing off the throttle. And then Benny come through. Let's Mocking come through as well. Oh, and he takes out GT Obi-Wan. So through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Slightly tighter Lesmo 1. The car is straight down towards the chicane. Back up to speed now, Raoul, after getting it a little bit wrong. So some quite long straights on here to get some overtaking done. Hard on the brakes into Ascari. Trying to keep the speed up on the way out of here, not running it too wide either on the exit. Again, back in the slipstream, trying to gain as much speed up this back straight as possible. Into Parabolica, hard on the brakes again. Just got to be careful you don't run it out too wide. I think we were here a couple of weeks ago in another race. You just need to dip a wheel on that outside edge and you could be spun around in a second. Right, so some glitching going on. That's not a good sign. Right, let's have a look at some lap times then. Now everyone's managed to get through. Oh, Raoul getting turn 1 wrong again. So GT Obi-Wan sits himself on pole position with a 1:59.266. Infinity Decals half a second down, a 1:59.844 for him. Manny into third, 1:59.8. V-Show. Maybe his Lego car's fallen to bits. Nope. Let's put it back together. He's back on track, 1:59.8 for V-Show's got himself 5th. Now 4th. Someone's left the lobby, come back. Benny has got himself 5th, 1:59.9. Don's got a 6th, 2:01 for him. P1 Apache 7th, 2:01.5. Raoul in 8th, 2:01.7. So we did see him go off a couple of times actually. GT got 9th, 2:11.9. Whoever it was that left, or was it Mocking Weeks? I think it was. That left the room and came back. It's going to upset all the scores when they come back in. It's going to upset me too. So yeah, there you go. Reg GT pushed down to 10th then. That was P1 Apache. P1 Apache we hadn't seen. Oh, 2:01.5. Yeah, I think we had seen P1 Apache. Dylan then takes top spot. 1:58.4. So he's got almost a 10th over Obi-Wan on that 1:58.5. Reg GT goes quicker as well, 1:59.4 third. Dizzy goes quicker, 1:59.5 for 4th. Infinity Decals 1:59.8 pushed down to 5th. Manny 6th, 1:59.8. V-Show now 7th, 1:59.8. Benny 8th, 1:59.9. Valium 9th. No lap time on for him. What is he, a 10th down from Benny? Just on him on a 2-minute dead then for Valium. Don on a 2-minute dead as well. 0.1. P1 Apache on that 2015. Raul 2017. And Mocking Weeks 2071. But he's dropped himself back in the pits and come back out. Position might change as he goes through that timing line. We'll see. Slowly running out of time though to get these qualifying laps in. Almost at the 8-minute mark. Oh no, so Mocking Week's been through that timing line. He is still 13th. Last chance saloon then for some of these drivers. Dylan holding his own still out front. Obi-Wan not been able to drop that on him. 158.5. He has gone quicker. Not enough. Not yet anyway to unseat Dylan. He does get across the line though, so he's got another opportunity now. Fresh-ish set of mediums on for him. Medium tyres only in these races. So Benny up to third at 158.9 for Benny. Rich GT 158.9 as well, going a little bit quicker. Oh, chucks himself in the sand though on the exit of first chicane. That's that lap pretty much done. Yeah, there you go, sticking it at the side of the track. Dizzy, oh, he's putting in a purple sector, but he's also picked up a penalty. So that's that lap done for him. He won't be able to better that. Valium 6th, 159.1. Don 7th, 159.1 as well, so managing to go a little bit quicker. Raul still 8th, 159.2 for Raul, so he's managed to go quicker as well. Visho in 9th, 159.4, so everyone picking up the pace a little bit at the end of qualifying. Infinity Decals, unfortunately, only managing that 159.8 on lap 2. Same for Manny, 159.8 on lap 2. P1 Apache just gone quicker, 2-minute point 1, but 12th as it stands. And Mocking Weeks struggling as well, 2-minute 2. So there should be 2 lobbies running tonight. Unfortunately, only one of them is going to be live streamed. That's this one you're watching with me now. Idle 4 Gaming usually does the Pro-Am lobby, but unfortunately he's unable to do it tonight, but he will catch up with it over the weekend, so you will still get commentary over the Pro-Ams sometime over the weekend. Hopefully before next week's race, I would have thought. Big shout out to everyone getting their name involved in this as well. So big shout out to all the P1 boys, Digital Car Culture, Infinity Decals, We Are Driven, Cowabunga Car Diaries, Idle 4 Gaming. Yeah. Right, that's enough of you mocking. So that's it. We are over the 10-minute mark. Dylan holds on to that pole position. Obi-Wan holds second. Raul moves up to third. Right at the end of quali, 158.6. Sticks in a good lap there. Gets himself back up the front of the field. Mocking Weeks also right at the end of quali, 158.8 as well, up into fourth. Benny 5th. Reg GT 6th. Dizzy 7th. Valium 8th. Don 9th. Visho 10th. Infinity Decals 11th. Manny 12th. And Apache 13th. Whew, I think that's the first time I've ever managed to get through them. Good job it wasn't a full lobby, isn't it? I'd have never done it. Here we go then, the first of 20 minutes. 2 races for you guys tonight. Reverse grid for the top 8 in race 2. Carry over weight ballast as well. who's going to hold pole into turn 1. A tricky little corner. Hopefully it's not chaos and mayhem as we come into it. Dylan gets away well. Obi-Wan slots himself straight behind him. Doesn't want to lose that position running down towards the first chicane. Tricky little corner as well. You see it all gathering together. Oh, Benny getting it all wrong. He's had to chuck himself. He did amazingly well not to take out half the flipping field then, Benny. He's been reset to track somewhere. Let's hope he's not been taken anybody else out while he's been reset. So Dylan holds the lead then. He's already got a second over Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's got a tiny bit of breathing room to the gaggle of cars behind him. 3 wide, almost 3 wide as they head down towards chicane 2. Raul, Mocking Weeks, Reg GT, Valium all battling it out for that position. Obi-Wan gets through clean, Dylan gets through clean. Raul holds on to that third, goes a little bit deep, picks up a penalty. Valium into 4th, then Reg GT 5th. Dizzy 6th. He's under a bit of pressure though. He's got Don hounding him, Mocking Weeks hounding him for 7th and 8th. Infinity Decals and V-Show tucked into the back end of that little train. Tiny bit of a gap back then to P1RCsArchies, only half a second. He's under pressure from Manny Afik. Benny, after getting reset in turn 1, no idea whether he just forgot to press his brake, but managed to, I don't know how, managed to thread the needle through the pack at turn 1 and not take any drivers out after it looking like he lost a brake pedal. But he's still with the chance here. He's managed to hang on to the back of the pack. See what Benny's got then. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone deep and he's backwards. Benny, commentator's curse. Commentator's nurse. Who'd have thought it? Dylan then cleanly round lap 1. Obi-Wan managed to pick up a penalty behind him. Almost dropped it. But out of that slipstream range already, as is Raul, but don't count anything out. Still got a penalty to lose as well. The German is an exceptional driver. We'll see what he's got. Whether he's turned the bionic foot on or not tonight. He's kicking off behind. Valium and Reg GT looking to try and make their way past that third or into third. Raul trying to drop that penalty. Valium tries to sneak up the inside on the exit. So there's Dylan just going around Parabolica. Sorry, Curva Grande. There's GT Obi-Wan. Raul just in front of Valium there. Reg GT, quarter of a second back. Raul goes defensive. Valium looks to run around the outside here into second chicane. Holds the line as well. Good job. Keeps it on track. Oh, Reg GT almost runs himself off track. Raul manages to pick himself up another big blob of penalty. 1.5 seconds. Keeps himself in the slipstream of Valium in front though. As does Reg GT on Raul. All this battling is allowing the top 2 just to stretch away a little bit. The gap between Valium and Obi-Wan looking at about 2 seconds now, maybe even more than that. So Dylan still holding that second lead over Obi-Wan. 1.5 seconds the gap back to Valium. So he's managed to pull himself a little bit of time over Raul. Raul's under all sorts of pressure from Reg GT in 5th. Pushing him up this back straight then, looking to close the gap on Valium in front and the first 2 drivers also. V-Show 6. Side by side with Dizzy through Parabolica. Infinity Decals looking to try and get through there as well. Unable to do it. Let's get ourselves on board with this fight. So Dizzy's got the inside line. Where's Infinity Decals looking to chuck it around the outside. Side by side with Dizzy. It's going to be a sandwich here. Who's going to be brave? Infinity Decals, and gets the braking done as well. Keeps it out of the sandpit on the way out. Good bit of driving there from Infinity Decals. Used that slipstream down that long straight. Got himself past 2 drivers in 1 corner there. Up into 6th for Infinity then. 7th for Dizzy. 8th now for V-Show. Don just in the background. 0.6 of a second back from V-Show. Holding 9th. Closing up in the... what is it now? Harry Potter livery. Of course it is. Oh, a little bit wrong there for Visho. Don's going to get a bit of a move on him. Oh. Infinity Decals getting the chicane wrong, allowing Dizzy back through. Puts himself back under pressure from Visho and Don. Unfortunately, Don wasn't able to get through there. He's picked himself up a penalty as well. All kicking off here in this mid-pack then. Patchy and Mocking Weeks neck and neck as they head up to Ascari. Manny just half a second back. Benny, what's happened? Benny's got a great big penalty. He's 10.5 seconds back. I'm not sure if Benny's got equipment issues. A little bit off the pace at the minute. Nobody can touch this man. So just starting lap 4. Dylan, 2.5 second lead. 14 minutes remaining of this race. Fastest lap so far as well, 1:58.2. GT Obi-Wan doing everything he can. All Jedi powers engaged now. He's had a big bowl of midichlorians with some milk, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Kyber crystals, everything. It's not working for Obi-Wan at the minute. He's managed to pull himself a gap between himself and third. So 2.5 seconds back to Reg GT. Valium also tucked onto the... Oh, drifting it through there. Loses a bit of time to Reg, but keeps himself in check. What's happened to Raul? He's dropped 2 places. Down to 6. Must have been off track, picked himself up a penalty. So Dizzy's got past him. Raul looking to get past ASAP. So Valium up into 4th then. He's now piling that pressure onto Reg. Big old gap back to Dizzy as well, 2.3 seconds. So Raul's still got to be careful. He's got a great big pile of Mazdas behind him, looking for that position as well. Benny closing the gap back up on Manny, but might be too little too late for Benny. Disgusting, Dylan. 3.4 seconds over Obi-Wan. No mistakes from Obi-Wan here. He's still got 2.6 seconds over 3rd place. But Valium now. Can Valium get the 3rd position off of Reg GT? Using the slipstream down the start-finish straight. Closing up. Is Reg GT even? No, they're going to work together and try and close the gap up on Obi-Wan in front. Let's hope they get it right. You don't want to be firing your mate off into the sand pit due to a bit of bump drafting. Have they managed to close that gap up? Not really at the minute. Still at 2.6 seconds. Reg GT still holding 3rd then. Valium 4th. Visho up into 5th position. He was way down in about 8th or 9th earlier on in this race, putting the pressure on Dizzy. Through he goes. Getting the job done. Is he going to hold it into the chicane? Does. Oh, a little bit deep there. He might pick himself up a penalty. See if he gets away with that one. No, there you go. A little half a second penalty he's got to drop. He's still got Dizzy right behind him. He's got Raul right behind him too. So still under threat. Don not out of this fight yet either. Infinity Decals after 1 or 2 little mistakes. After 1 or 2 brave moves as well. Into 9th. Mocking Weeks now caught up with this pack. Dragged P1RCsArchies with him, so there's a great big battle kicking off then between 5th to 11th almost. Apache's just a second back. Manny unfortunately has lost a bit of time. He's now 1.9 seconds back in 12th. He's got Benny closing up as well, so another second out of that time. Benny's got it down to 8 seconds. 10 minutes remaining of this race. So this is where it's kicking off. Let's get ourselves on with now 5th place Dizzy. So maybe made the move a little bit early. He's going to put himself under pressure. Visho going to use the slipstream to try and get back down the inside. Raul's going to go for the same move Infinity Decals did and go for 2 positions at once. Raul just gets through. Oh, Valium's got it all wrong. He's been reset to track. He might get it right involved here. Slots himself right into the middle of this fight now, Valium. It's absolutely kicking off here. 9.5 minutes remaining. Look at this great big string of Mazdas. It's anybody's for the taking now. Oh, there's a tiny bit of contact. Oh my gosh. Oh, someone's caught Visho. Someone's caught Infinity. Oh my god. It's chaos. It's mayhem. Thought it looked too good to be true, to be honest. Far too many cars trying to battle for position. Nobody's fault, really. Right, I'm going to have to go for a quick run through the order because I've no idea who's where now. Dylan, still leading, funnily enough. 4.3 seconds now. 8.5 minutes remaining. Obi-Wan chucking everything he's got at this attack. And it's still not working. He is still pulling time over 3rd place Reg GT. Reg GT has now got all the breathing room he needs. 2.6 seconds back to now 4th place Raul. After a terrible start to this race, managed to slowly close back up. A long way off the race leader though, 10.5 seconds. So Dizzy, it's all broken up now then. Look at the gaps now that incident happened. Raul into 4th then, Dizzy 5th, still under pressure from Mocking Weeks, who again had a very poor start to this race, ended up near the back of the pack. Currently holding 6th, battling for that 5th though. P1 Apache also was quite far back, now into 7th, 2.3 back. Got Visho and Infinity Decals battling it out. Infinity Decals just losing a penalty by the looks of it through there. Visho getting himself back through to 8th. Infinity Decals in 9th. Manny 10th. He's managed to close that gap back up. Valium in 11th. He's managed to pick himself up a penalty as well. So yeah, it's all kicked off here. Even Benny's managed to make a position up. P1 Don has come off worse though. He is down into 13th position. 2.8 seconds down. I'm not sure if Don might have been the instigator of that one. Maybe just stuck himself at the back. Down for the count, Sim Racing. Evening, brother. How you doing? You okay, my Welsh friend? Abergavenny or something you're from, isn't it? Is that right? That's what Billy tells me anyway. Still stretching out then, Dylan. You can see the gap between himself and Obi-Wan there. Might just catch Dylan. There he goes. Just nips round Parabolica. So 4.5 seconds back to Reg GT. Raul, though, has closed that gap right up. He's managed to pick himself up a penalty, though. As Reg GT. Oh, Raul. There you go. Wheels on that AstroTurf. Nearly spun him round. Mocking Weeks, who was also looking for moves, had to back out of it due to that AstroTurf. So, has Reg GT put in a poor lap? Oh, he's got a little bit slow. 1:59, 1:59, 2 minute. So, yeah, Raul is slowly but surely closing the gap up. 1:59, 1:59, 1:59, and a 1:59 for his last 4 laps. GT coming under threat here then, close to the end of this race. 5.5 minutes remaining of race 1. Obi-Wan doing a good job though. He's all out on his own. He's been chasing down Dylan for the whole race. It's almost been qualifying laps for himself and Dylan. A little bit of a penalty now to lose for Obi-Wan. Shouldn't put him under too much pressure. Reg GT then 4.9 seconds down in third. Raul still 1.5 seconds back, not managed to close up. I think he's taken a 10th out of Reg GT's time. Dizzy and Mockin side by side as they were running down to the chicane. Mockin slots himself through. Does he keep it on track cleanly without picking up a penalty? Oh, runs a little bit wide there. Might pick one up for that. Now puts himself back under pressure from Dizzy as A, they run up this back straight, B, into Parabolica, and C, back down the start-finish straight. Unless Dizzy's going to give him a bit of a bump draft, I don't think it's on. We'll see. I know Dizzy will be fighting for positions. There you go. He already pulls out looking for the move. He's already up the inside. Give me a different camera angle. Yeah, so Mocking Weeks making the move a little bit early maybe. Just giving Dizzy the opportunity down the next few straights to close that gap back up and then eventually take the position. You've got to do it all again then for Mocking Weeks, holding that 6. Yes, mate, I did. It was pleasant. Oh, backing off. Maybe looking to close the gap on Raul in 4th position there. There is still a 3rd place on the cards here. You can just see Reg GT in the front here as they hit Lesmo 1. There he is. So a tiny little mistake from anybody. And there's positions to be gained here. Not here, there's not. 6 seconds, 5.9 now over Obi-Wan. Still holding 4.6 over Reg GT as well. That gap still 1.5 between himself and Raul. Not managed to close that gap up yet then. Oh, that was Mocking Weeks getting it a little bit sideways on the grass. Scrubbing his tyres there, try and get him clean, ready for Parabolica. He's got to keep the speed up. So way off the pace now of Dizzy due to that little off-track accident. He has just got to be a little bit careful. He's got P1 Apache pretty close, just 2.6 seconds, 2.5 seconds down. Visho not that far back either. So Valium 9th. Was holding 4th, but got it all wrong somehow at turn 1. Managed to get himself reset to track. Manny up into 10th. Infinity Decals 11th. Not for long. He's going for 10th. Stick with this. Does he hold it into the braking zone? Is Manny going to try and drive it around the outside? Oh, he tried. It didn't quite work out for him. Oh, Valium's got turn 1 wrong again. Oh, Valium. Oh, he won't be happy with that. Down to 12th position. Got to slowly get himself back up to speed as well. Don, unfortunately, has had a bit of a nightmare in race 1. He's now 8.4 seconds down. That was 20, but Valium's little mistake cost him about 12 seconds there. Manny getting it wrong. Why is Manny ghosting out? What is happening here with cars? Don't think you're anywhere near him, Manny. So just 30 seconds remaining. Dylan stretching out 7.8 seconds. This man needs ballast in race 1. Let alone race 2. It's less horsepower, more weight. Hard tyres only for P1 Dylan, I think. So he gets through to start a new lap. He will be the only driver to do so, will he? 2. Then Raul comes home 3rd. Then Reg GT, what happened? Reg GT took 4th. Did you get it wrong right at the end? Handbrake into the wall too early, something like that. Dizzy takes 5th. Mocking Weeks takes 6th. Apache takes 7th. V-Show 8th. Infinity Decals in 9th. Benny takes 10th. Valium, he won't be happy. There you go. Handbrakes into the pit crew's wall in for 11th. Don gains a place back right at the end, takes 12th. And Manny, unfortunately, for some strange reason, running slowly, takes 13th. Just wait for the top 2 to come round then. Complete this final lap. It was a good effort, Obi-Wan. You've put in a good drive, mate. A couple of penalties here and there, as he is quick. But yeah, just nobody can stop this man. Nobody can do it. It's amazing. Dylan's not amazing. I'm not saying Dylan's amazing, right? Don't let your head swell up too much, mate. I'm just saying it's amazing that nobody's got anything to combat it. No bionic foot from Raul. He's only managed 3rd position tonight. There you go. Just drop over to final lap. Around that final turn then, Dylan taking a nice comfortable win here in race 1. Almost 8 seconds by the end of it. GT Obi-Wan tried his absolute hardest. Wasn't to be. Backwards. Keeps it out the wall as well. Yeah, can't big up Dylan too much, Jesus. Was it Sir Dylan Hamilton MBE now, or something? So a little bit of a break, and then we jump into race 2. As mentioned earlier on in the stream, it is a reverse grid for top 8. Or is it top 7? The top few, we'll say. Yeah, Obi put in a good stint, mate. Like I say, nobody seems to have an answer for Dylan at the minute. What happened? Did Reg GT just get overtaken right at the end there? Or did Reg GT handbrake into the wall? Let me know, Reg GT. I want to know whether you got it wrong or whether you just got overtaken by an angry German. Don't ask me why I call him the angry German. I don't know. Benny's German. I don't call Benny angry German. Benny's, you know, I don't know. From what I know of Raul and when I've spoken to him, he's not an angry man. But he is the angry German. Like I say, no explanation, people. Absolutely none. You lot can come up with one if you want. I think it might, thinking back actually, it might be because he's had a similar race to sort of this, where he's driven so hard, you can almost tell that he's behind the wheel, you know. I think it might be something to do with that. Yeah, all bloody kicked off in second chicane, didn't it? Halfway through that race. You lot were all looking good for a nose to tail finish for like 6-7 of you. then no. Just as I say how awesome it's going to look. He decided to pinball central off the bloody field. Maniacs. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, just confirming that Raul did actually get the move done on Reg GT there on the final turn. Reg GT just saying P1 Raul last corner too. Fair play. Good comeback. Yeah, it was. It was. Don't forget to vote for driver of the day as well, people. So they do get extra points in the championship. So it doesn't have to be the winner. It could be Mocking Weeks or Benny, or Raul, who had a decent comeback from getting it all wrong early on. But I mean, Benny had a half decent comeback as well, made up a few places. I still got race 2 to go though. Why can't I speak tonight? What is happening? Yeah, still got race 2 to go, so you may see amazing, miraculous, who knows. PlayStation servers can be that dodgy. You may see cars driving around with no wheels. If he goes around with no wheels, I think he deserves driver of the day. I have seen it in the was a P1 lobby as well. That was the Super Formulas. I had a hovering Formula 1 car going around the track. It was leaning and everything. It looked awesome. It's just like Star Wars. Still need to know what happened to Benny in turn 1. How he made it through the pack without taking him out, I don't know. I'm sure we'd have gone for a restart if he had of. Just came in like an absolute hot potato. No stopping him. I don't know if there was brakes on. Didn't seem to be. Managed to avoid the top 6 drivers coming through. Everyone getting their practice in, trying to get that first chicane right, carrying a lot of speed into it. You've got to get your braking points, turning points just right to get a good clean exit. As you've seen, 1 or 2 drivers managed to get it backwards through there already. Easily done. Easily done through any of these chicanes, really. Valiant blaming his medicine for him causing him to spin off and get it all wrong at turn 1. Why are you taking tablets halfway through a race? I don't know, mate. So, about a minute till race 2 starts. Might take a little bit longer as Raul's got to reset the grid by hand. Like I say, top 8 reversed, and they do carry over extra weight from race 1. So the top 3 carry extra. So third place carries 1 extra click of weight, second place carries 2 extra clicks of weight, and first place carries 3 extra clicks of weight. So Dylan will be the fastest car on, the heaviest car on track, and he, unfortunately, looking at previous record, will be the fastest car on track again. Because even starting from the back of the top 8, and with the extra weight on, he just seems to be able to smash it. giving us the starting soon signal. Here it is. I said, here it is, Raul. There you go. Yeah, I think you didn't hear me first time. He's over in Germany. I've got to raise my voice a little bit. Here we go then. Another 20 minutes, same circuit. As I say, top 8 reverse grid. Puts hold on a minute. Oh yeah, Benny got up there, didn't he? So Benny's going to lead us away. Infinity Decals second, V-Show third, Apache fourth. The lights are up, the revs are up. Wait for them to go green and we're away. Everyone's off the line cleanly. Let's see whether Benny can press his brake into turn 1. Let's get ourselves... see what happens here. Everyone closing up. Gets a little bit tight on the way through there. Bit of bumping and a barging. Dizzy gets a good exit. He sneaks his way all the way through to third. P1 Apache unfortunately has to run a little bit wide. Catches some gravel. So loses a position or two. He's under threat from Mocking Weeks or Red GT, but he's got the inside line through Curva Grande. He's not going to hold the inside line into the chicane though. Mocking Weeks is going to hold on to that. Although Red GT is looking to come through here as well. P1 Apache chucks one back up the inside of Dizzy, gets the job done. Reg GT's had to take avoiding action. Oh, P1 Apache nearly taken out by Dizzy, but Dizzy almost puts him back in a straight line, and the race continues. So, run through the order then. Benny leads, V-Show second, Infinity Decals into third position. Bit of a gap then back to Mocking Weeks in fourth, Valium in fifth. Raul in 6th, looking to make his way through early on in race 2. Apache in 7th, Dizzy in 8th, GT Obi-Wan 9th, Don 10th, Dylan in 11th already, Manny in 12th, and Reg GT 13th. Not sure what's happened to Reg GT. I think he's got it wide in the Lesmos. I'm not sure if he was nudged wide. Someone else just going off track there. It was Dylan. So he's lost a position, not quite used to the extra weight yet then, Dylan. While we've been chatting Infinity Decals, oh, he had just taken the lead of the race, but Benny comes back to retake it off him. He has managed to get past V-Show though. Back at it down this start-finish straight. Wide as they come into the chicane. Who's going to brave it out? Benny and V-Show go toe-to-toe through there. V-Show gets a good line on the way out. Can he hold the speed? Benny gets a good drive as well. Infinity Decals still not out of this fight yet either. This battling is allowing the drivers behind to close up. Mocking Weeks, Valium and Raul not too far back. It's all kicking off here again as they head down towards this second chicane. V-Show leading the race. Infinity Decals currently holding second, but Benny outbreaks him into the second chicane. V-Show gets a little bit deep there. He's a little bit deep on the exit as well, so he's slow on the way out. Infinity Decals gets a good drive out. He's got himself up the inside of Benny. Backs off through Lesmo 1. And then sticks the power back on, gets the drive. Mocking Weeks now tucked onto the back end of this fight. And there's Valium and Raul as well, trying to slowly close up on this one. Get ourselves on board with the Lego number 1 car of V-Show, being chased down by Infinity Decals, Benny, Mocking Weeks, Valium and Raul at the minute. Top 6, bit of a gap. Back to Dizzy in 7th. He's having a little bit of his race of his own at the minute, is Diz. Penalties being picked up there. Raul looking to get past Valium in the background. get ourselves on with Mocking Weeks. Valium and Raul then side by side. Mocking Weeks looking to come back at Valium. Again, just hold it, hold it, hold it. Wait for your time down the start-finish straight. Plenty of opportunities down here. Still all kicking off up front as well. Infinity Decals back up front, but for how much longer? Almost 3 wide again then as they come down to this first turn. They are absolutely neck and neck as they come through there. Oh, well done, boys. So far, so far. Even the next 3 drivers getting through cleanly. Flipping heck, never seen that before. 3 drivers coming into that turn and getting out as cleanly as that. Well driven, boys. Benny gets himself through then. Visho second, Infinity Decals in third. Raul fourth, Valium pushed down to 6th now. Mocking Weeks got himself through to 5th, so Valium in 6th, but Mocking Weeks looking for 4th. He gets himself, no he doesn't, almost gets himself past Raul, but Raul gets a better drive out. Still holding 5th then. Valium 6th, bit of a gap back to Dizzy, only 3/4 of a second now. He's managed to close that gap back up. Don only 1.1 back as well. Dylan, even with that extra weight, has managed to pull some places back. Sitting in 9th at the minute, carrying the extra weight, carrying a little bit of a penalty as well. Not getting through the pack as cleanly this week as he did in previous weeks. So Apache in 10th, 1.4 seconds back. He's got GT Obi-Wan in 11th. Struggling a little bit with the weight as well, possibly. Reg GT in 12th. Manny 13th. So Manny's only still 2.4 seconds back after nearly 6 minutes. And again, positions swapping all over the place. Visho back up front. Infinity Decals back into second. Benny now third. Gaps just starting to develop here. Visho almost out of slipstream range of the drivers behind. They are slowly closing back up now. It's all kicking off for 4th, 5th and 6th behind, and 7th. Almost 3 wide again, these drivers. Mocking Weeks gets a good drive through, gets himself through into 4th. Valium gets a bit of a squiggle on the way out of there, picks himself up a penalty. Not quite as fast out. Raul's got nowhere to go. So these 3 drivers working together. Got Dizzy in the background saying, okay, you guys work together. I'm just going to catch you up and overtake the lot of you. Oh, tricky through there. Tricky through there. Valium's got it wrong. Slow on the way out. Drops himself down to 9th. Don's managed to pick up another penalty as well. Sorry, I think he was just losing a penalty through there. But Dylan up into 7th, fastest lap of the race as well, 158.4. Oh, GT Obi-Wan fires himself off through Lesmo 2. Comes back on track, unfortunately. Or maybe Reg GT, possibly the instigator of that onto GT Obi-Wan. Which, yeah, unfortunately, when he managed to get control of it, brought himself back on track and he pinballed into P1 Apache. So Reg GT drops himself down to 13th. Still kicking off here for the top 3. 8 minutes into this one. These 3 have been jostling for position from the start. Oh, Benny's had to run wide. He's on the AstroTurf. He's kept it in a straight line though. Can Infinity Decals hold on to this one? Visho closing up now as they come down towards the chicane. Is he going to sling one up the inside? He's carrying the momentum. Benny's a little bit further back this time. That doesn't bother him. He's still going to chuck one up the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact between himself and Infinity. Yeah, it was a very late break there from Benny. Just kind of give the position back and gives Infinity Decals a bit of a push down the road as well to help him out, get himself closing that gap back up on Visho, who now has managed to pull almost a second over these 2. They are still closing up on him just. Oh, that bump drafting nearly costing Infinity Decals. V-Show and Infinity picking up a penalty through there. So still top three. Oh, that's the wrong button. Top three got a little bit of a gap. And it's slowly coming down though. Dylan up into 4th position. Look at him stomping through this field now. 7th last time we checked. Before that he was 9th. Before that he was 11th. He is not messing about here. Up into 4th. He's still got Dizzy for company and P1 Don as well. Valium 7th after getting it all wrong in turn 1. Sorry, it wasn't turn 1. It was 2nd chicane. Ended up down in 9th, so made a couple of positions back up. Manny up into 8th as well, so it's all kicked off at the back with Obi-Wan Apache and Reg GT. Raoul as well now down in 12th. What's happened to Raoul? Oh dear. Did you accidentally take out Mocking Weeks? So way off the pace now, 8 seconds down for Raoul and Mockin. Here we go then through that turn 1 again. V-Show got himself a 2nd lead out of the slipstream range of Benny at the minute. Benny also looking to get that gap between himself and Infinity Decals above a 2nd. Drop the slipstream from him as well. Dylan 2.1 seconds back, still chucking in purple sectors as well, Dylan. He's not interested in tyre wear, extra weight, extra ballast, bothered about any of that. I'll throw this little Mazda sideways into every turn. You watch me come out on top, he's saying. Closing the gap up on Infinity Decals, 1.5 seconds now. So Dylan could still be on for a win here. 8.5 minutes remaining. He is only 3.7 seconds down from race leader now. But let's see. Now V-Show's got a bit of clean air up front. Still only got a 2nd from Benny. 0.8 of a second between themselves and Infinity as well, so these 3 closing back up. But again, Dylan 1.5 seconds the gap. He's pulling time over Dizzy and Don as well. Good drive here then, Dylan. Don looking to close that gap up on Dizzy here. Is he going to be close enough into turn 1? Thought about the move but backs out. Car getting squirrely under braking there then for Don. Trying not to take out Dizzy in front. Valium. Oh, Valium's got turn 1 wrong again. Picked up another penalty. Really don't like that turn, do you? Manny into 8th then. Obi-Wan 9th, closing up on him. Just half a second between these 2. Reg GT only 1.3 seconds back as well, so we've just got to be a little bit careful of Reg. Didn't get a good start to this race. Gorilla Gaz, evening brother. How you doing? I believe you lot are hitting the TOR league, are you not? The Wednesday night GR3. If you're in pros, you'll be listening to me. Not sure if we've still got CJW doing the Pro-Ams. Not sure. Find out before the beginning of the season though. Usually have a commentator for Pro-Ams too, so yeah, we'll see you in that chat group pretty damn soon, I'm sure. Right, that's enough of you, Reg. So V-Show still leading. That gap come down though, 0.6 of a second between himself and Benny. Has gained, look at this, Dylan up into third position. He is absolutely stomping it. Infinity Decal's looking to come back though. He's the lighter car of the two. But Dylan is not going to have any of that. Again, he's put himself under a bit of threat here under the slipstream down the start-finish straight. He's got Infinity Decal's Don and Valium just in the background to think about. Dizzy as well, apologies. Decal slings himself out to the right hand side of this racetrack. Can he get it done under braking? Dylan's still got the inside line on the way out. Tries to lose his penalty through there as well. Got to be careful with that unghosting. Can cause absolute chaos. Benny then, using the slipstream, gets himself up front. V-Show is tucked right under his rear wing though as they head down towards this second chicane. Benny chucks himself over to the left, goes defensive. Side by side, great bit of fighting here. Oh, Benny sideways in. V-Show gets a good exit. Side by side as they head into Lesmo 1. Benny giving plenty of space. Still side by side as they head down towards Lesmo 2. Still plenty of space being given. Side by side through there. Benny just gets the advantage on the way out. Here comes Dylan, just 0.9 of a second down now. Got a penalty to lose, but he's not interested in any of that at the minute. Fastest lap of the race so far, 1:58.4 as well for Dylan, carrying the most weight from race 1. Started from 8th position as well in the pack for race 2. Mate, it's a fantastic league. You really love it. 0.6 of a second then. Dylan looking good. 4 minutes remaining to try and close this gap up on these top two drivers. He's got the line absolutely bang on through Parabolica. And within that slipstream range now as well. Although V-Show will be getting a toe off Benny. Start stretching that gap a tiny little bit. So V-Show's getting more benefit off the toe than Dylan is off of V-Show. V-Show looking to get this position back off of Benny. No, he decides to back out. Dylan then closes up under braking into turn 1. Gains another 10th on V-Show and Benny. Again, just not quite able to accelerate as fast as those top two drivers with the extra weight. He's doing a damn good job of holding his own. V-Show now looking to drive around the outside of Benny again here at chicane 2. Oh, a little bit of contact. He's had to take avoiding action. Gets himself through to first. I'm sure there'll be a penalty bolted on for that. Now though, Dylan all over the rear wing of Benny. Again, just not able to accelerate quite as quick. You see Benny just pulling away a little bit. But V-Show, oh, looks like he's given the position back to Benny, but this is just allowing Dylan to have an attack at both of them. Gets himself past V-Show using the toe on Benny. He's going to try and slingshot past the pair of them here and take first. He backs off into Ascari. Side by side with V-Show on the way through there as well. Gets himself through to second. Can he hold it? He's got to close this gap back up on Benny. Just 0.3 of a second in it. Benny's doing anything he can to drop the toe. Back over to the racing line then for Benny. Dylan closing up again. Just allows it to coast up to the back of Benny. Takes that wider line. We've seen him do that pretty much every lap. So can he use that slipstream to his advantage now? He's got V-Show to worry about as well. V-Show will still get a good toe down here. He might be able to slingshot the pair of them. Dylan actually giving Benny a slight nudge down the road here to try and keep the gap up. Now he goes for the move. Side by side still. Oh, a little bit squirrely out for Benny. It's going to be an absolute drag race down to chicane 2 now. With Dylan carrying that extra weight. He's carrying the momentum as well. Benny's not able to do anything about it. V-Show's looking to come through as well using the toe of Dylan. out of this camera angle. Dylan then up to first place. He's under threat from these two drivers though. Visho, he likes that move. He likes to try and drive around the outside at the first part of that second chicane. Gives him the better line on the way out, but can cause some chaos, as you've seen. And there goes Benny looking for the move back on Visho then, because it does give him a slow exit. But it has brought a lot of these drivers back together. So we've got Dylan up front, Visho second, Benny third, Dylan fourth. Don fourth. Infinity Decals in fifth. Valium sixth. Dizzy seventh. There's only 2.5 seconds between the top 7 at the minute. 30 seconds remaining. It's only going to take a tiny mistake. People going for positions here. This is going to be final lap then. Or is it? Is it? Or is it? Dizzy gets himself through. Valium looking for that position back though. Dizzy holding the inside line. Oh no, they might see another lap here, some of these drivers. It's going to be tight. 5 seconds remaining. I think this is going to be it. It is. Dylan is going to take the win here. He's won in race 1 and he's come through to take the win in race 2. Fantastic drive there by Dylan. Visho takes second. Benny takes third. Don fourth. Infinity Decals fifth. Valium 6th. Dizzy 7th. Reg GT is going to come home for 8th position. Manny 9th. Oof, only just. GT Obi-Wan nearly pinballed him out of the way then. 10th place then for Obi-Wan. Patchy comes home in 11th. Mocking Weeks 12th. And Raul takes the final spot, 13th. Pinballs into a couple of drivers as well. Yeah, it is always close battles. I mean, that was really good. The fact they all managed to close back up there right at the end. Dylan, what can I say? He is Sir Dylan Hamilton, OBE, MBE, and some other letters after his name, probably. He's not really, but, you know. It may as well be. His results speak for themselves. So yeah, another good drive there by Dylan. You can't take anything away from that at all. Struggled a little bit early on. It took him a while to get through to the front half of the grid, and yeah, then just slowly but surely clawed his way through. So yes, good win there by Dylan. So don't forget to vote for Driver of the Day, people. They do get those extra points. I think it is only 1 extra point, but every little helps and all that, as Tesco say. Oh, look, we're going to get copyright strikes or something for that. So, yes, good drive by Dylan. What can you say? Taking the win in race 1, quali win in race 2. Fastest lap, probably in both races, I'm sure. Yep, he's absolutely stomping it at the minute. That's enough about you, Dylan. Your head will explode. So that's it for me until next week. Back Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for the team versus team between Tanso and Race Asylum. Gorilla Gaz in the house. And then back following that on Thursday at 9 o'clock for the next round of this, round 6. Let me just have a quick look where we are. That's the one I want. Where are we? Interlagos next time. Okay, that's where we are next week, so come and check that out. 8 o'clock on Wednesday for the team versus team, 9 o'clock on Thursday for the next round of this. Come and check it out. So we have just had word that a new TOR league will be restarting. I'm not quite sure on the date, but we've got some of the Race Asylum boys joining that as well. I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces. Really good league, that one. All the settings turned on. Full damage, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, get it wrong and you're going to pay the price. So it's as real as we can get without coming around your house and hitting you with sticks and things to when you crash and stuff. All right. So that's going to be it from me. As you can see, they've kicked me out of the lobby. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, peeps, still plenty of ways to help my channel out. Get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoke and drop a donation on there if you want. Or if you want to screw that off and actually get something for your money, get hold of me at darksmoker@googlemail.com, and for the same price as a donation, I'll send you some stickers. That's how that works. Buymeacoffee.com thing. Yeah, that's slowly but surely getting defunct. It's still out there, but yeah, it's slowly but surely getting pushed further and further back. So yes, t-shirts and stickers available, people, if you're interested. Really good quality shirts. Had a few of the boys rocking those at Donington at the weekend. So yeah, it was actually good to see walking down and seeing people wearing shirts with my name on. I was quite impressed. I managed to sell one as well. Whoop-de-doo. So yes, that's it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.